I'm kind of excited to see what those guys bring. In the bottom left, it is Astrea. In the top right, it is Maplez. The map is going to be Ley Lines Ladder Candidate Edition. We do have 4 rich Vespine geysers, as you can see here. And those are blocked by 150 mineral patches you have to mine through first. Until you can take those geysers. That is the map feature, this unique map feature for this map. And we'll see if that comes into play or not. Most of the times, Protoss games do tend to end on 1 or 2 bases, especially in a new meta-breaking patch. And this definitely is the case, because we do not have the overcharge anymore. There is no super defensive capability for you to just hold everything. This basically makes all of these neat max packs openings in PvP completely obsolete at this point. There is no overcharge to hold your early attacks. Now you need to kind of use energy units. You can overcharge a battery to regain energy on that battery, so you can basically have an extra battery every minute. That's about it, what that gives you for a battery defensively, right? It does work way better with sentries. It gives you, for example, 2 force fields, 1.5 what is it called, hallucinations. It does give you a guardian shield, and in oracles it does give you a ton of energy for those oracles, of course. So oracles might be the most powerful entity from this. But what it definitely does give you, if you go sentry first, you can just immediately throw down that scouting phoenix. And there we go. Maplez is gonna make a sentry here. He can immediately overcharge that one, grab that hallucination phoenix and go across the map, see exactly what Astrea is doing and start tracking him. Because he has so much energy to work with on the sentry, he can just immediately throw down a second phoenix if he wants to and just track the army. Keep tabs. Now he's gonna go ahead and he's gonna use that ability. I think he has the energy. He's not using it for now. He's just, I guess he is not gonna go ahead and use it. Very interesting choice here. Now what's the plan? So it is a 1 sentry. He's gonna go for a 2nd sentry as well. By the way, I think you could buff the sentry a little bit more in PvP. For example, like give it 11 or 12 damage to shields even. Now he's gonna throw down first hallucination, but 2 stalkers in position here, intercepting. You need to be careful though. There is force field, 1 still available. He could force field that stalker. He doesn't even need to. He's gonna get it immediately here, and Astrea just loses a unit. A little bit overzealous. That was a fast overcharge on that sentry. So he throws down an hallucination now with the overcharge one, and it's gonna keep his energy basically kind of the same on all of these sentries. Very interesting approach here, to say it. This one kind of one-off pylon here. A very, very interesting opening here for both players. Now, Phoenix coming in here is gonna scout everything that's going on. And the base of his opponent is gonna find the Robo. And on the other side, the Nexus is not done yet. And Maplez is gonna be happy to see that. He's happy to see that he is gonna be ahead a little bit. And he does have the Robo over the Twilight, so you can argue Immortals... I mean, Immortals have been freaking nerfed to ground. They cost a tiny bit less, but they shoot... they deal so much less damage. It's insane. It's just insane. And, yeah, they're way worse now. So... yeah. Still though, they're gonna be good against Stalkers. And... I mean... let's see what Astrea is gonna do here. He's gonna get map control with the blink. Only 1 immortal so far, so he's gonna go now for a 2nd immortal. He's scouting for the army of his opponent, but... I think this is a little bit risky. If Astrea would have actually gone for it, he could have sniped maybe 3 Stalkers there. Now he's gonna find the 3rd base. And Astrea also sees basically everything. He knows, oh, my opponent has a Robo, so he doesn't really have... I have the map control basically with blink. That's what I know, because if he comes and commits across the map, I can just blink on top of the army and clear everything. Now there's gonna be charge here. Charge, immortal, sentry. Possibly, maybe even Archons later on. This is nice, utilizing this pylon from earlier here, Maples, and it hasn't been found yet, so as you can see, it's a very, very good position. Just on the edge of that vision. Now Astrea needs to be a little bit careful. He's out on the map currently, and this vision blocker... Oh, yes, okay. So he's gonna be safe here still. He's gonna see that first. And so what happened here? Why is this third base so much faster? If we look and if you take a look at the army number here, Astrea just skip a few units, it feels like. He's just very light on units. Now he did warp in some extra reinforcements at home here. But that's about it. Maples is up in army basically. And he's gonna go around with a warp prism. Also he's gonna shade in with 2 adepts here. If you can find any probe damage, it's gonna be worthwhile. And even the shade is gonna finish here, goes into that natural as well. Gets another 2 probes. That's some nice damage. Oh boy, there we go. See? That immortal, it can't even kill 1 stalker. Oh my god, it gets 1. And that's about it. A recall. Yeah, perfect counter damage here. He gets an immortal, trades for a stalker basically. And then he still gets 6 probes. While he only lost 4. This is very interesting. Something Astrea likes to experiments with currently. You can basically, for less energy, throw down more scouts. If you want to find your opponent's army, this is one of the best ways, or just like scout the map for any hidden things. Just use some of those hallucinated probes, because you get more of those. So you can scout more. As you can see, boom, there we go. I think it's 4 per spell. Pretty insane. So these are actually very, very powerful in just scouting out the map, creating vision on the map. He even finds that reinforcing immortal. It's a really cool tool he's been utilizing more and more. Now, this army is strong though. We do have only 3 stalkers against 22, 6 zealots against 14, 3 immortals against none, and 3 sentries to 3. Now he's warping in a bunch of high templars here. He could go for feedbacks on those sentries. Pretty sure this still works. And Maples needs to do something, because he does not have the 3rd base, which Astrea is working with. And Astrea already has more army supply. He has an inferior tech. He does not have Archons, he does not have Immortals, he only has Stalker Zealot. But maybe he can still, I mean, he has so many, he should be still able to overpower this army. Maple's going for a base behind this, kind of giving up on this idea. He's gonna lose an Archon here, almost. And Guardian Shield definitely coming in handy then. Now trying for another engage, but lovely kind of pylon wall to soak up those Zealot charges and those Archons, kind of choke those up. I like stuff like this, man. He was trying to go for a snipe on that Warp Prism, didn't work out. Again though, this army is so big from Astrea at this point. He has so many Stalkers, man. 40 Stalkers, 16 Zealots. So many Stalkers, oh my god. And he's about to be maxed here in just a moment. Maple's still 50 supply off from being maxed. And the Warp Prism snipe did commence, so now this should be go time here for Astrea if he wants to engage this army. He does have 1 probe in the mix here. Now he only wants to snipe those Archons, and then he can just let his Zealots loose on these Immortals. There's still a ton of Archons though. Need to be very careful here. And he's just gonna decide to go for a counterattack. He's gonna throw down a Robotics Bay to get into some further attack. Oh, he finds an Archon here. That's a beautiful find. If he can actually take it, he's not gonna get the snipe, man. 10 damage, literally. Wow. This Archon is only health, but no shields. He has 10 health. Oh boy. The perfect amount of shields, I guess. Sniping a couple of probes. Not gonna find too much though. Zealot's already in position here. A War Prism coming along. Oh, Astrea did see that army and the tail end. Oh my god, he lost some of those stalkers there. A little bit of miss micro now. He needs to be careful. Maplez, that is, with that army in the middle. He doesn't want to get that too many units picked off there. There's some good engaging and disengaging here for both players. Maplez doing what is correct, the correct move for him. Trying to re-engage as many times as he can. Oh man, those Archons are soaking up so much damage. Hallucinations here. A couple nice force fields. Keeping that army alive. Reinforcements coming in, but also War Prism in the main base of Maplez now. The main army fight is going on here. Oh, I don't like the recall. Only half the army. No, that's definitely a mistake. No, Astrea can jump onto the rest of the army and kill everything in the middle here. He does get an eye on this base, but that was definitely a mistake, I think. No, he's gonna clear his main base, but at what cost? He lost half of his army for basically free. Ooh, that was basically end. Yeah, it's end game, man. It's end game. It's GG. That was a GG recall. That was a trap. Now he's gonna try and clear this army, but yeah, Astrea's just gonna blink on top of it. He still might lose this fight. But yeah, even a disruptor comes in to reinforce. Astrea's gonna take this. GG 1-0. Oh. Yep. You heard what you heard. Make of it what you want. Solar is awaiting the winner of this series, which should be Astrea. He wins one more map, and then we have Astrea against Solar, and possibly a ZVZ finals. And we're going into game number 2. Whispers of Gold. And Astrea up 1-0. In the bottom right, it is the man in question. And top left, it is Maplez, the challenger in this set. And let's have a quick look at the map. So what's interesting about this map specifically is that the spawning positions are a little bit accessible, or more accessible I should say, from air. You can see this is basically kind of, you can for example siege up a position down here and transfer, drop stuff over here. You can kind of then threaten these gases in the main base if it would be a Terran in this matchup. Also, there's like a lot of space around this map where you can hover stuff. You can have a freaking floating air base here as Terran in this corner or something. I don't know. You can have floating barbecue party. There's so much space. And other than that, there's not much to remark on this map. It does not have too many bases, I want to say. And most of it is on even ground. So the bases, except for a few of those, are low grounds, but the rest is all like even ground. So it should be a lot of fighting. Oops, and there should be a lot of fighting on this map. Now again, Maple's throwing down a proxy pylon, it seems, just to hide a pylon. And ooh, so he's not gonna see this one. And yeah, Astrea's gonna throw down his own. By the way, these rocks, or these ones here, they seem to be those vision blockers below those rocks. So if you open up these rocks, they should open up like these things here, vision blockers. And a Stargate. So what's interesting about the Stargate being proxied now is that the Oracle will not get the overcharge energy. And it will of course be faster, but it will also not benefit from the energy change. So it's a very interesting change. And an interesting decision to put this proxy. I wonder. It should deal a lot of damage here in this situation, but if it flies over the pylon, this pylon might just be the perfect scouting pylon. We'll see if he doesn't even... Maybe he'll find this target with the Stalker here. He's been looking around for quite a bit. There's one more Stalker over here, also looking around. And... he's gonna find it. Yeah, he's gonna find it. He's gonna see it. And he should just warp in immediately stuff at home to defend himself. That's a nice battery block here at the entrance. He's maybe even gonna get those 2 adepts. At least he should get 1. And the Oracle is gonna try and kill that Stalker. Now, what he can do is he can just walk back to the main base and refill the energy. If he wants to. It's gonna make a second Oracle now. And he's just gonna sit on top of this pillar, so he makes himself a little bit hard to see there. All those short-sighted stalkers. No, he did cancel the Oracle, and then he goes for it again. A little bit of indecisiveness, yeah, I guess. From Astrea. He's gonna see these 2 Stalkers. Now he needs to let that Shade finish. Unfortunately, there's already a Stalker waiting. Gets at least another cancel money there, I guess, from that shield battery being cancelled again. Maybe he can get... Nah, he can't get out. And double Oracle. Not finding anything of value. Really only attack. And we does see a lot of Stalkers. He does see the Twilight, of course, with the tagged units scraping by that Twilight. Now he also has attack on the army, which means, yeah, he just knows where the army is. And he's gonna start throw down some stasis traps here. Oh, this one's gonna get denied. Even the Oracle is gonna get snatched here. And Maplez is just gonna play with this advantage. then he already has blink. He's gonna transition into a robot facility behind this for himself. Try to grab some of those immortals. I did just finish off this pylon, a few stalkers. So the Stargate is unpowered, unusable now. Astrea is just pushing across the map with an inferior army. He does have one immortal and one sentry, but not enough energy for a shield field. What is it called? Guardian shield. Oh my, there you go. And Maplez, yeah, he's just gonna throw down a third base. He's gonna say, alright, I have the lead, I'm gonna take it, and it's your problem now to kill me. Now, of course, Twilight Council coming online here for Astrea. Of course, the Disruptor is always the big comeback unit, right? So, the Disruptor basically got buffed in PvP, which is kind of crazy to think, because it still does deal the same damage, but it has a bigger radius now in PvP. Oh, is he gonna lose that? Yeah, that's a great catch. Now he's gonna sacrifice 2 stalkers at least, maybe even a third one. Oracle's gonna try to sneak around here. Nah, the stalker's gonna stay alive. The rest of the stalkers do blink up into that main base. Immortal is gonna try and hold this area here. Now, can he get that stalker out? No, it's gonna get shot down here. And there was nothing defending that natural base, so this Oracle is oh my god, it's dealing so much damage. There's so much energy. 7 workers here, and only losing 2. Those 2 adepts also ran into a stasis trap. So Astrea is doing what is correct here with the Oracle energy. He's just using a lot of stasis traps, and I really love it. As you can see, these adepts didn't do anything after that. Oh, is it going to be a stasis trap? He could even chew through that shield battery energy. It's going to catch 4 drops on the gas there as well. A little bit of a mistake here by Maplez. Can he get the Oracle though? Oh my god, he's going to get out. Ooh. Is he going to hunt for it? Nah, he can't go there. There's too many. There's just such a big airspace. He could even proceed to repower this. There's a cow. The cow is looking at the Stargate. Like, oh, wait, can I get cheaper flights from here? Now, while Maplez had the lead, he didn't really do anything with it. He just expanded one more time, and he's kind of on top of his macro, but that's about it. He didn't really do anything with it. He tried to poke a bit with these stalkers. They didn't achieve much. And Astrea is starting to catch up, and he's looking good in the army department. Now he's also start to look good in the economy department as well. And tech is looking gorgeous. Charge Lot Archon Immortal against a Mass Adept style here. Do we have glaives? I don't think so. He should definitely make glaives with like 12 adepts or something, right? 15. Where are the glaives? Oh, sick. Oh, sick bait. Oh my god. Now, if he could catch all of these stalkers. It's gonna be game. Now the issue though is, why isn't he making adept glaives? What is he doing? Maplez. Come on. Now he's gonna lose the first couple stalkers here, he's gonna lose another one. Oh, that's half of the stalkers gone here for nothing. War Prism in the main here. Like suddenly he falls apart, right? He's looking very, very good, and then suddenly a couple of things go wrong and everything just falls apart here for Maplez. He's bringing in adepts. He needs to realize that he does not have glaives on those. He has so many adepts but no glaives. It just doesn't make sense. It's not an expensive upgrade. It only costs 100. He definitely should get it. It just makes them so much stronger. I mean, look at this. They can't even win the fight against these zealots. And Astrea just keeps on warping in more. He goes for another nexus. He has a solid army at home. He can't be broken. These adepts are just sitting here, doing nothing. I mean, yeah, Maplez is just gonna GG. Astrea is gonna take the game. I think there was a little bit of a mistake here from our Protoss player in yellow, that he just did not go and grab that upgrade. And yeah. Not sure why he made so many adepts, what the plan was there.